Hello YouTube land, I'm Eddie and this is Windy Therapy. This is my channel where I share my passions for motorcycles, camping and outdoor adventures. On today's video we're going to be talking about what it takes and how to install a hitch on a Triumph Trophy SE. So if this is not your motorcycle, it might be a waste of time for you. Don't be afraid to close the window and carry on. But if you do have a Triumph Trophy and if you are looking into installing a custom hitch, this video is for you. So without further ado, let's give her. Alright folks, if you're still here, it means you do care about the hitch installation into the Triumph Trophy SE. Before we start, let's define some ground rules here. First of all, I just want to say that I'm a professional engineer, mechanical engineering to be specific, by trade. I designed this custom hitch based on my knowledge and based on what I believe is safe, studying or checking the material properties, including the fastener. So I just want to share full disclosure, this is what I did for me. It doesn't mean it's the best way or the safer way, so feel free to change, feel free to improve, and like I said, you don't need to do exactly how I did it, because this is what I did because it makes me feel comfortable. At the end of the day, it's all about your comfort level. You have to design something that you feel comfortable with, because as we all know, hauling or towing a pop-up camper or an utility trailer is something perhaps dangerous, right? So you have to make sure that you feel comfortable with the hitch you are installing. Sadly for us, Triumph, or nobody actually, sells a hitch for this motorcycle. Now, I did search all over the planet. A few years ago there was a guy in Australia, but I believe his company went belly up with the COVID situation. So long story short, I couldn't find anyone that would sell this hitch. So I had no other choice than designing my own, because at that time, 2 years ago, I decided to buy a Leesure Lite pop-up camper, and I had to make it so. So I had to find a way to do it, and I did. I will also show you guys at the end the wiring. A lot of people are asking about how to do the wiring system. So I'll be showing some videos, because I had to install or reinstall the hitch a few days ago, because I had to kind of get a new rear tire, and the worst thing you want to do is take the bike to a dealership or any tire place by that matter, and ask them to change the tire having the hitch in the way. So it would make their work a little bit harder. So I always remove the hitch if people need to work on the rear wheel. Unfortunately, I'm gonna have to do some voiceover because when I was shooting the video, I thought the audio was working, but it wasn't. So, but nevertheless, it's gonna be fine. I'll do a voiceover. Hello folks, sorry for the voiceover, but like I said, I had an issue with my microphone before, but this one will do. So let's just go over very quickly. I'm not going to spend time showing how to remove the Tupperware and some basic stuff to get to the back of the motorcycle. You have to remove the luggage rack, of course, and in my case I have to remove the tail light by removing those two bolts, which are actually a pain in the butt to put them back. But in my case, I had to remove it. Here's where the rear frame gets attached using an Allen bolt. And the front one actually uses the same bolt that the motorcycle has to attach this piece here. So it's same bolt and was just long enough for me to install it. This bar I decided to add later because the assembly was rocking back and forth. So adding a triangle, it stops any kind of movement. And on the top, as you can see, there's also a reinforcement to avoid any movement side to side from this hitch. Also, some guys were asking me about the wiring. Basically, it stays under the seat and has the 5 pins, which is required for my trailer, and is long enough. It came the way you're looking here. It's long enough to reach the trailer, and it came with all the nuts and bolts to install it, all the way to the front to the battery box. This kit is from Kuryakyn. I'm gonna put the link down below. It's what they call the universal wiring harness, and worked just fine. I also had to go into the Triumph Trophy forum to find the wiring diagram to see where I had to attach each wire. Now, if you just open the wires in the back, it's very confusing. So we need to know which wire needs to be attached to the harness. And now comes the final part. It's basically just to put the drawbar. And as you can tell, there's a 5-inch drop. It was a 5-inch drop, but in your case may be different. But that's how it looks when everything is in place. So that's it, my friends. I hope the video was helpful. I know that's not an easy endeavor to design and fabricate and install a custom hitch. So I believe this might give you some ideas. I would say that wasn't cheap. The hitch, mainly because, like I said, it was custom made. You know, the guy who was fabricating had to muck around a little bit, you know, try and error. Had to make 2 adjustments to make it fit properly. So in the end, it cost me about $1,000 Canadian. Not cheap, but considering it's a custom-made unit, wasn't too bad. It's basically twice as much as you would pay for a OEM hitch, which goes for about $400, $500. So that's it, my friends. As always, if you like this video, please give me the thumbs up. Please consider subscribing if you haven't done already. And until the next time, be good, be safe, and let's keep the rubber side down. Ciao.